It's week 6 of the National Football League, and we've got some history in this battle of AFL alumni. It's the Bills and the Jets on Monday night.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Jets ball club. They coming off their very first loss of the year, suffered a week ago.
Yeah, it will not be a perfect season, but I'm interested to see how they bounce back now that they know that chasing the 1972 Dolphins is out the window.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Bills, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense.
Set to go now in week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by a guy who spent 7 seasons in a Bills uniform playing against his old mates. It's Tyrod Taylor. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. Now, taking a look at Hall's numbers from a week ago. 8 carries, 54 yards, and a touchdown.
He's really been someone special to watch this season and brings a real unique element to their offense. Even with defenses focusing on him all year, he still sits 4th in the league in yardage. Hard to come up with an answer for a back playing as well as he has been. They've got their work cut out for them in this one as he chases another big week.
And he'll have a Jets first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. He'll get this up to about the 44. And here, Charles, is a look at the inactive, some of the guys that are out today due to injury.
Yeah, and this is where the preseason work comes into play for some of those backups. It's not just them getting some experience on the field, but preparing each week in practice as if they were going to play. And when you have guys like that on your team, you've got a chance for success when the injury bug hits.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Here now, 3rd and a yard. They'll run with Hall. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 46. Now they'll throw with Taylor. He completes this to Russell Gage. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. A give running right is Hall. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Daquan Jones fighting his way home to get the sack.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Back deep to return is KJ Hamler. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
Brandon, I don't know about you, but when I heard he threw 5 touchdown passes last week, I thought, well, he's going to be the AFC Offensive Player of the Week. I didn't need to hear any other stats, and it turned out to be right.
That's exactly right. Seemed like every time we turned around, he was throwing one in the end zone, but he doubled down. He said, I see 5 more in this game. Challenge accepted.
Challenge.
They start the drive with Cook. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. The numbers a week ago for Cook. 13 carries, 84 yards.
After the last game, they have plenty of reason to be confident in their running game. And even though they're facing a top 10 defense, they're not going to shy away from doing what they do best. Make them adjust to them. Make them stop what they do before they go to any type of a changeup.
He's got his man. That's the rookie from Florida State. Still going inside the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Keon Coleman with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bills will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
All you hear from coaches and personnel directors in the NFL, how difficult it is for a rookie receiver to have an impact on the game. So much to learn, so much offense to absorb. Looks like he's picking it up pretty well.
I would say so. And how about that for your first career NFL touchdown?
I don't know that he envisioned it quite that way, but if he was smart, he probably dreamed about it a little bit.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Jets offense led by their running back headed out for the second possession. And he's been a workhorse in the backfield to start the season. He finds himself in the top 5 in rushing at this point of the year. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They go play action with Taylor. This pass out wide to Hall. And fights through one man. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. You look at this Buffalo defense. They were fantastic a week ago in the win over Houston.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive. Here's Taylor. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 2nd and 6. Straight ahead is Hall. And he's got room. Down the sideline he goes. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. 74 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Taylor. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. From the 3, 2nd and a yard. They'll give to Hall. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here. The Jets on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Option play. Here's Hall. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was capped off by a Breece Hall touchdown run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Bills offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And he's been a real threat in the red zone and beyond. As you take a look at the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns by a QB, you'll notice he's worked his way into the top 5 at this point in the season. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he's going to have a Bills first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
Good-looking run there by Cook as he picks up a first down. And he's established himself now as one of the best backs in the NFL, finishing in the top 5 in rushing last year for the first time in his career.
Allen going to get it quickly out to Coleman. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Throwing now is Allen. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And that will be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
So now on 4th down, Sam Martin on to punt for Buffalo. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty. That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
We're down to the 41.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Allen off the play fake. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. The former third overall pick, Quinnen Williams, there to bring him down. The kick by Bass is good, and the Bills have taken the lead. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Jets offense and Breece Hall headed out onto the field. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big hole after big hole to run through in this first half. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Now Hall to start the drive. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. In our stat pack every week, there's 2 columns for fumbles. FF for forced fumble, FR for fumble recovered. He's got the FR going. He recovered 2 last week and another one now.
And I know the FF guy, the guy who forced the fumble, is going to get major kudos for knocking the ball free. But it doesn't really matter if you don't have the FR guy coming in, swooping in, and getting the ball. That means he's around the football, able to make a play.
So here are the Bills to take over. They were able to defeat Houston last week. They lead things here as well as they try to make it 2 victories in a row. Here's Allen following the fumble recovery. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger point. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now Allen. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The New York set to take the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34.
And this is a nice display of belief and faith right here because he just fumbled on the previous drive and it led to a field goal. But they definitely want him to have a short memory, and they believe he has one. So they put him right back in the fire early in the next drive.
And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a 1st down.
And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo set to get the football back here. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Coleman, the man in motion right. Here's Allen to throw it. Coleman has it here right side. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. The Bills on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Here's 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Allen. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Jets will take over. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Garrett Wilson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jets strike quickly here to tie up the ball game.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Zerline now for the PAT. And this puts him on top by a penny. It's 14-13. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out. Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Here's Allen. Quick slant to Shakir.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 31-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And that's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Allen. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Open man is Samuel, complete. Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. To the air, Allen. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Bills first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Allen now looks to throw. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
But you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
The kick by Bass is good, and the Bills have come back to regain the lead. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
Xavier Gibson now from his end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up at legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Jordan Love, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And they were losers in that one to the visiting LA Chargers. Justin Herbert leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's get you way up to Seattle. See what's happening with the Seahawks. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting San Francisco 49ers. Geno Smith leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. Both of these offenses had their share of high points in that first half. Each team had some big moments, and it would seem this could turn out to be a game where the last score wins.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Allen going to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Cook. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Here's 3rd and 7. Now Allen. And this is going to be incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it, and that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back.
And this throw will be intercepted. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively, just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what do we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Up the middle, it's Cook. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
This taken in by Kincaid. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 2nd and 1 now from the 21. Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Keon Coleman with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. That time a 6-play drive. And it ends in a Buffalo touchdown. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. And New York set to take the field.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Taylor. He completes it to Wilson. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up second down. Now Taylor. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing again, it's Taylor. And the throw there going to be incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it.
The Bills offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. 23 yards on the play.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And complete right side to Cook. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that will bring up 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays.
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Javon Kinlaw, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Allen. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10.
Motion man is Shakir. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop. From the 38, Allen.
Quick slant to Hamler.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area, and after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
A short throw pulled in by Kincaid.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Again, they'll throw with Allen. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
And a short gain here, down to the 22.
Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing now is Allen. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
The kick by Bass is good.
And that will finish off this 3rd quarter of play.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Now it's Taylor. They'll find Williams on the slant. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. From the 31, here's 2nd and 3. Give to Hall running right. Oh, look at the juke. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 111 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
Here's Hall again.
And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
Now it's Taylor.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Out of the gun, it's Taylor.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9.
Cook up the gut. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The Bills on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Escaping the pressure right. Allen, nifty footwork. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. First down, here's the run with Cook.
He'll get this down to the 38.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away. Turned into a nice play.
Coleman has it here right side. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Tyler Bass out for the Bills field goal.
From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards.
The kick by Bass is good. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
Escapes the defender.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The home team's offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Here's Taylor. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th. Didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride, the offense, this go-around. Taylor will throw. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down.
Von Miller, he was the one getting in there, able to wreak his usual havoc.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their help. Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Taylor. Going right side here, and that's complete. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 45-yard line. Open man here is Conklin. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Now Taylor to throw. A quick throw, but incomplete.
So many offense want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
Now Taylor. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Taylor. And that is incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Here's 1st and goal.
To throw again is Taylor. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
Now Taylor.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jamal Adams.
And the Bills are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Across midfield. He's on his way. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. James Cook. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Bills have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The home team's offense and Tyrod Taylor set to take over once more. And it's been a rough night at the office for him. He's been more of a liability than an asset throughout the contest. And this offense is having a hard time overcoming his struggles to this point. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard, but that is not the case as we play on here in this 4th quarter. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Taylor incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. 3rd and long. Taylor and company hoping to regroup after the sack.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. To throw is Taylor. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown.
This has just really been a solid second half from them, CD, as they add another touchdown to the lead and they start to pull away in what was once a close ball game.
Yeah, they actually put the Jets on in this one, didn't they? Put a little cherry on top with that touchdown. Now we just got to play out this final minute, and they'll get a chance to celebrate a very hard-earned victory.
Here's Bass now for the extra point.
And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. And this group has suffered far too many self-inflicted wounds thus far as we run through some of the mistakes. It's darn near impossible to win in this league when you're turning the ball over at the frequency that they have. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Catch made right side by Wilson.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And the throw and the catch were just fine, but against zone coverage when you run a drag route, what you're hoping for is he makes the catch and makes someone miss, and they don't there. Very difficult route to run when everyone has their eyes back towards the quarterback and they're able to see the route develop.
A gain of 8 there on the play, and it'll be second and a couple. Taylor will throw again. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets.
Garrett Wilson.
His second touchdown of the night.
And the Jets get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to 22. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards.
And Garrett Wilson capped things off with a touchdown grab. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for Buffalo, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Jets, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year.
And they'll be on the road next week as they travel to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers.
So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.